Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shaughnessy, and on this channel we discuss fragrance, beauty, and wellness. And if you simply like to have a good time and you like my vibe, subscribe. So y'all, I'm finally filming my Victoria's Secret fall layering video. They've come out with I think 3 or 4 new collections, so I was like, girl, you need to get this out. It's about to be old news already. So this is the video where I'm going to show you layering combinations for all of the new Victoria's Secret fall collections. And I have, I think, 1 or 2 combos for pink, maybe 1, because I'm only doing the new fragrances. And pink re-release fragrances that I had already, well, some fragrances that I just wasn't interested in, and then some that I had already done videos last fall on. So I will try to remember to link the last year's fall layering video up above, just in case if you want to see layering combinations for those Victoria's Secret pink fragrance mist. Okay, so y'all, I can't remember the names of these collections, but I'm starting with the one that I think is the most popular out of the fall releases from Victoria's Secret. And the first one is Sky Blooming Fruit. And this has notes of apple flower and sparkling white moss. And I'm not going to go into depth describing everything because I've done a whole video reviewing all of these fragrance mists, and I will link that above. If you haven't seen it, check it out. This is just a soft, fruity fragrance mist that smells like Victoria's Secret. It's nothing special. It's pretty. It's very pretty. And layered with Mixed Bar's Blackberry Tonic, which is just a blackberry, soft, somewhat powdery, fruity scent. And I just thought this would make a nice combination, very affordable combination. And these two layered together give me party punch vibes. Maybe with a little wine, a little spiked party punch. It's a nice combination. It's easy, it's girly, it's fun. To me, this could really be any time of the year. Maybe not summer, but if you're into fruity fragrances year round, I think this is a nice combination if you want to smell like spiked party fruit punch. And that is Sky Blooming Fruit and Blackberry Tonic. Okay, the next fragrance mist we're going to talk about is Star Smoked Amber. And this has notes of amber dahlia and marshmallow and cedar woods. This reminds me of Bonfire Bash vibes with amber. That's what it gives me. Yeah, that's what I get. And I was like, what do I want to pair with this? So I decided to layer Good Girl Supreme, which to me, the easiest way to describe this is the Good Girl DNA with some berries, a little fruitiness added, and layered with Star Smoked Amber. Oh, it gives you a seductive, warm, ambery, berry floral. I really like this combination because the Star Smoked Amber didn't blow me away because I was hoping I would get a lot of marshmallow, that it would be marshmallow dominant, and it really isn't. And this combination made me really like this fragrance mist more because it smells good. It just broke my heart that it wasn't, all marshmallowy goodness like I was hoping it was going to be. Which, based on the name, I mean, come on, Shaughnessy, it's called Star Smoked Amber. I should have known better. Okay, the next fragrance mist was my favorite out of this collection. Was it? Or was it the next one? No, that one was the most surprising, and that's why I was like, woo, woo, woo. But this was my favorite. Night Glowing Vanilla. This has notes of vanilla, iris, and pink pepper. And the easiest way to describe this is Wicked Vanilla Woods from Bath and Body Works. It's very similar to that, the more feminine version It's a soft, peppery, powdery vanilla, but sexy. And I was like, what do I want to layer with this? And I didn't want to just go with vanilla. I didn't want to go with the easy choice. So I decided to pair Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose. And this is one I'm still learning. It had to sit and grow on me. But it is a nice, musky, sweet rose. And layered with night glowing vanilla. Oh my goodness. If you want to smell soft, sensual, seductive, rosy, musky, powdery vanilla, yes. Ooh, it smells good. Okay, this combination, I was just saying, I'm just gonna try something different. This fire, okay, it is so good. Oh, I need to repeat it. Night glowing vanilla and Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose. Perfection. That combination is perfection. Okay, next this is the last fragrance mist in this particular collection. This is Moon Spiced Apple. This has notes of ruby apple, warm maple sugar, and ginger. And this is the apple pie filling in a McDonald's apple pie. That's what it reminds me of. On my skin more so, because right now I'm getting more of the juicy red apple, but when it settles more, it's that sweetness. It smells like apple pie filling from McDonald's back in the day, okay? And I knew immediately when I smelled this fragrance mist in the video and decided to keep it, I knew what I wanted to layer with it, and that is Kilian's Angel's Share. This is a boozy cinnamon apple pie. This is what people compare it to fragrance. Okay, so I was like, it should be a match made in heaven, right? Let's see. This combination is you have a slice of apple pie. I call it the apple pie liqueur because it's boozy, it's sweet, and it's like you have a slice of apple pie with some liquor on the side. Is that a dessert? I told you I don't really drink. So think of like warm apple pie and just throw in the scoop of ice cream warm with cinnamon sprinkled on top. And then you have a nice, whatever, brown liquor. Whatever that is that would go with it. Y'all know. Y'all tell me in the comments. But that's what this smells like. Good, perfect, just like I thought it would be. So the next collection I'm going to show you layering combinations is the collection that they bring out too many doggone times a year of their best-selling 4 core fragrance mists that they just keep bringing flanker after flanker collections. So that's what we're going to do now. And the first one is Love Spell Golden. This has notes of honey vanilla and sparkling nectarine. Okay, this is heavy on the nectarine, light on the vanilla. This, I remember saying it smelled like warm orange juice from McDonald's. And I still get that vibe. So I decided to layer Elie Saab's Girl of Now Shine. Because this is nectarine, it's got that citrus note, and this is pineapple and honey. And this is honey, vanilla, and nectarine. So I was like, let me see how these two would pair together. They play very well together. But let me tell y'all something. The nectarine and pineapple and honey in this fragrance, they go well. But this is a powerhouse perfume. So if you're one that you want to smell this fragrance mist the most, this is not one, the perfume plays heavy, and it's kind of like the mist kind of just enhances it some. And that's fine with me, because this is not a fragrance mist I'm in love with, and I just want, that I really, 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 really want to smell. I don't mind smelling the perfume almost dropped it. The perfume the most. But they do pair well together. But I just wanted to bring that out. So this is Girl of Now, Shine, and Love Spell Golden. The next fragrance mist is one I just fell in love with. This is Pure Seduction Golden. This has notes of gilded amber and magnolia flower. This just smells soft, pretty, and feminine. This is something you can wear year round, but for me, I'm leaning more towards spring with this one, because to me, it also has like a shampoo fresh out of the shower vibe to it. Very pretty though. And I was like, I want to keep that. So I decided to layer with it Ammo Ferragamo's Perlé. And the way I always describe this fragrance is that it smells like you got out of the shower and you lotioned and you put on dusting powder. And not fancy lotions, okay? Just a nice, good smelling basic lotion, and a nice, like your grandmothers had my grandmother loved Estee Lauder, and she would have the dusting powder, That's what this gives me. So layered with Pure Seduction Golden, oh, it is just the perfect, soft, clean, feminine, lotion, powdery fragrance combo. It's beautiful. This is something I see. I'm not one that wears usually fragrance to bed, but I know some people, they say, like my friend at work, she says, I have to put on something before I go to bed. And maybe that'll change, once I get married. But this would be something I would think to wear going to bed, because your husband or somebody, you just smell like a good smelling woman. You don't smell perfumey. You don't smell too much overbearing. It's just right. Whoo, it's good. Love this combination. Pure Seduction Golden with Ammo Ferragamo's Perlé. All right, so the next combination features Velvet Petals Golden. This has notes of toasted almond and radiant pear. This is one, it's like a sweet honeyed almond with that pear thrown in for some fruitiness. It's one that's different. And I was like, what do I want? I wanted to bring out the sweetness. I didn't want to bring out the pear, but I wanted something that would go with it and enhance the toasted almond and that honey note I'm getting. Even though I don't see it in here, I just wanted something to enhance all of that and not take away the pear, but I didn't want the focus on it. So I decided to layer it with Lolita Land from Lolita Lempicka. And this is, to me, just the softest, sweetest fragrance. It's nothing that, a note that just stands out to me. It's just very soft and very sweet. And then layered with Velvet Petals Golden. Y'all, this one shocked me. This smells just like almond candy. I don't know if there's just no chocolate, no nothing like that. And not even the nuts they give you when you go to the mall, especially during holiday season, the roasted nuts. It's not even like that. If there is like a candy with almonds with a little like gooiness on the outside or something like that, that's what this gives me. Just almond candies. And I love it. I love this combination. It smells really good. It surprised me how good it smelled and how much I enjoyed it. And again, that is Velvet Petals Golden with Lolita Land from Lolita Lempicka. Okay, the last fragrance mist in this collection is Bare Vanilla Golden. This has notes of sugared tonka and orchid blossom. Now, this is the one flanker of Bare Vanilla. I don't get really vanilla with this. This is heavy on the tonka. I get like a smoky, syrupy, a hint of waxy tonka bean scent. I was like, I need some vanilla with this. This is Bare Vanilla Golden, but this is the first Bare Vanilla where I feel like I'm not smelling really vanilla. All I get is that tonka. It's very heavy and prominent. So I decided to layer Kayali's Vanilla 28 because this is the tried and true. When you want some vanilla added, this is the easiest one. Well, I won't say the easiest one. When you want a smoky, incensey, brown sugar vanilla, because this reminds me of the original Bare Vanilla, just, way elevated. And so I decided to layer these two together. And when you layer them together, you just get a deep, incensey tonka vanilla, because it's still heavy on that tonka. And is tonka in here? I can't remember. I'm so excited that when I use this up, that Kayali started putting on their new bottles the fragrance notes on the back. I'm excited about that. Yeah, it adds just enough vanilla to this fragrance mist for me to enjoy it, because I didn't hate it, but I'm not just a lover of tonka. So if you got this Bare Vanilla Golden and you don't get enough vanilla, this is the combination to go for. Bare Vanilla Golden with Kayali Vanilla 28. This gives you that vanilla tonka fragrance that the mist should have given on its own. I just couldn't leave that out. Okay, this is the last collection that came out for the fall, and I made this the last one in the video because it's the least fall to me. I think this was maybe they're transitioning from summer to fall, because they always want to put out a bunch of floral collections. I wish they would put out the collections, we beg them for, but they love their florals at Victoria's Secret. So the first mist in this collection that we're going to talk about is Floral Affair, and this has notes of lilies, pomegranate, and peach. And this is the one where it's not, to me, blended to perfection, but it's one I can work with. I mean, it's fruity. Here, let me spray this one again. It's fruity, fresh. It's that lily that throws me off. But it's fruitiness with florals that just don't all mesh together. It's a fruity floral scent that smells, that pomegranate really comes out. It smells like, very fruity with berries or something. But it's still doable. It's still wearable, because it's not a favorite of mine. But I was like, what can I pair with it to make me, to elevate it to where I want it to be? So I decided to pair Jimmy Choo's I Want Chew, because this has peach in it. This to me is a peachy vanilla scent, but it's not sweet. This is a perfumey perfume. And layered with Floral Affair, it's fruity, it's heavy on the peach. It's a fruity, peachy, floral vanilla. It's very aromatic, because this fragrance mist is very aromatic, and this perfume is very strong. And together they make, if you want a fruity vanilla, floral vanilla that's strong, this is a great combination. Jimmy Choo's I Want You with Floral Affair. All right, so the next fragrance mist was another one in this collection. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know. And that was Crushed Petals. And this has the notes of apricot, vanilla, and currant. But it says rose and vanilla caviar on the front, just like with this one, it says lily and blush berries. But they don't have that on the back. So I don't know, y'all. This is one that was like it's nice, but it has an undertone. And I believe it was the caviar note. Ooh, I didn't mean to splash that on me. Yeah, it's like a rose outside fruity with that caviar freshness that's, I don't know. Like, I smell it now and I like it a little bit more than before. And maybe because I like this combination. So the fragrance I decided to layer with crushed petals is Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. And this is a rose, drippy rose oud scent that I just fell in love with. And layered with crushed petals. Oh my goodness, it's just a match made in heaven. Because I was like, I need something that's going to tone down that caviar note. Yeah, that I'm liking. I think this combination made me like this mist. Because it's good. It's exotic smelling. You know, it's expensive smelling. So, love this. Crushed petals paired with Kayali Sweet Diamond 25. All right, so this was my favorite mist out of this collection. This is Garden Daydream. It has notes of gardenia, brown sugar, and bergamot, and yeah, the sugar. Okay. Y'all, let me just say this. I'm getting it back up. If it's on sale during SAS, I'm getting it back up, and I'm getting the lotion. I love this. And I don't like gardenia. That's what threw me out, because I just remember it's gardenia, brown sugar. What? That's what I remember doing. It's so good. It is the softest, sugariest, sweetest, most feminine, alluring, floral fragrance mist I've ever smelled. Ever. It's so good. So it is very classy. It's very elegant. You know what? Okay, Princess Diaries. You know that scene? I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched it, because I used to watch those movies all the time. I can't remember if it's the first or second one where they're having the, fancy garden party. That's what this is. This is a royal fancy garden party. That's what this smells like. And so I wanted to pair it with a perfume that had a classiness and elegance to it also. And I decided to go with Dolce & Gabbana's The One. Because this is a floral vanilla. But it doesn't smell, it smells grown woman classy. And paired with Garden Daydream, it's got this vintage smell to it. That's good though. Oh, it's like a vintage sweet floral vanilla. You just smell of class, darling. That's how you smell. I love this combination. This is Garden Daydream and Dolce & Gabbana's The One. Okay, the last fragrance mist in this collection is Nectar Drip. On the front, it says it has notes of jasmine and white praline. And on the back, it says jasmine, praline, and nectar. This to me smells like agave nectar from Bath and Body Works, but add floral. It's not as sweet and syrupy. This is a sweet, praline heavy floral. That is good. Okay. And I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to go basic with this one. I decided to layer with Nectar Drip, Golden Nectar from Nest. Because this perfume is a syrupy but clean kind of smelling floral vanilla scent. So layered together, woo, y'all. This is drippy, syrupy, floral vanilla vanilla perfection. Oh, and that praline. Oh my goodness. Yes! This smells good. I love this combo. Nectar Drip and Golden Nectar, honey. Good, good. Okay, so my last combination that I'm going to share with you today is this fragrance mist from Pink that I decided to pick up. This was the only one so far that was a new release that I have picked up this year for fall. And what is this on this? And this is Vanilla Woods. It has a nose of cottonwood and toasted hazelnut. And this smells, this is a very warm unisex vanilla. It's got that hazelnut. It's a nuttiness to it, but it's a freshness to it. It smells like a clean vanilla. You know, it's not a gourmand vanilla. It's a clean unisex vanilla. What is that? It was a brand in Sephora. And it was a vanilla scent that so many people loved. And I tried it and I said, I can't do it. Because it wasn't my type of vanilla. That's what this kind of reminds me of. But it's one I can work with. It's not one that's too unisex for me. Yeah. That's what this is. So I decided to pair with it Yes I Am by Cacharel. Now this has 20,000 notes, but when I smell it, it's different, okay? It's sweet and spicy and thick, it's perfumey. And this to me leans more towards the cologne smelling side of things. So I said, let me just see how these work together. And layered together, it gives a spicy, hold on. It gives kind of a waxy, spicy, woody vanilla. It's a little sexy too. Yeah, they just work together. I wouldn't say they blend well or just mesh perfectly like some, but they go. They go together. So I do like this combination. This is Vanilla Clouds and Yes I Am by Cacharel. All right, y'all. So those were all of my layering combinations for all the fall collections that Victoria's Secret came out with. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below telling me some combinations that you've come up with some of these fragrance mists, because I know y'all been playing with your stuff just like I have been. And please share this video with everyone who enjoys Victoria's Secret and playing with their collection, coming up with different concoctions to make us smell divine, okay? And please don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't ever miss any of my videos. And as I always say, if you like my vibe, subscribe. Until next time, bye.